Okay, well, we're going to get started with lesson one. And in lesson one, I'm going to go through with you the basic structure of a web page. I'm going to do an overview of it, and then you're going to click on your try it yourself link, and then I'm going to take you step by step through how to do it. So the basic theory here is that, and I'm in our web editor now, and this is where you're going to be doing your try it yourself section. But basically every web page has to have a few elements to it, and we've stripped this down to the really basic elements. And I'm going to show you how these are going to be done, and then I'm going to introduce a couple of other things called tags, which you've already sort of been exposed to, that are going to help you change the way text shows up on a web page. Okay, and don't get if you're impatient and you want to be doing more exciting stuff, don't worry. You can move through this as fast as you want. The different lessons as fast as you want. The first thing I just want to show you here, the first thing you have here is the beginning HTML tag, and we showed you how to do an HTML, how to do a tag, and this lets the browser know that this is a HTML page. Then here's the body tag, and that lets the browser know that anything in between the browser, the beginning tag for the body and the end tag for the body, that stuff should show up on the screen, except for tags. But any text that gets entered here should show up on the screen. Then you have an end HTML tag. Now, if you put these tags onto your template or onto your screen, then that lets the browser know that this is an HTML document and it's looking for tags that it's going to use to display the information on the screen. Now, the key thing here is that if I just type in text, for instance, I'm going to go over here and copy some sample text. If I just copy that text in like this, and let's say I decide I really want to put a period. I'm going to mess with the Declaration of Independence, and I'm going to put a period here, and I'm going to hit enter down here, and then I'm going to do another enter, and I want to space this over here. Well, in a Word document, I can make those changes just by hitting the enter key or just by spacing over. But look what happens when I do that in a HTML document. It moves everything back because the browser is looking for tags. It's not looking for spaces. It's not looking for enter keys. That's the type of interpretation or the type of understanding that a Word document or Microsoft Word might have, but that your HTML browser doesn't have. So anything we want to do in terms of changing what the text looks like, we have to do with tags. So I'm going to introduce a tag right now, and it's called the paragraph tag. Okay? And the paragraph tag basically just says anything that's in this tag, I want you to show it as a paragraph, which means it's going to stay together and there's going to be two spaces after the end of the paragraph. Very simple tag. I'm going to type in what is that? Less than P greater than. Okay, so that indicates that is the beginning tag, and then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to type in the end tag. Do you remember how to do this? You go less than / P there. Okay, so then this lets me know I've got a beginning tag and an end tag, and now what I've created is something called an element. Okay, and an element, I'm just going to type that out even though it's not going to show up. I'm going to delete that. An element is this stuff that's created inside two tags. So I have a starting paragraph tag and an ending paragraph tag, and so now I have an element. And that's going to be very important later on because I can start to talk about elements. I can say, what do I want to do to this element? What do I want to do to, what types of color do I want this element to have? What types of size do I want this element to have? And we'll be doing that in the next lesson. All right, so we go like that. I'm going to delete element, click show web page. All right, well, that's not all that exciting because that's what it looked like anyway. But if I put in here, for instance, well, that's fine. So now I'm going to write another piece of text. This is the information from the Declaration of Independence. And now I didn't do this in a paragraph tag, But what I want to introduce now is a second tag called a line break tag. And that just basically means that you want it to show up on a different line. And this is a very easy tag to do. And this is actually one of the rare tags that does not have an end tag. You do not need an end tag here. So you can just do BR for break and watch. So even though I typed it out as this is in the information from the Declaration of Independence, I was able to do the line break by doing that. And I can do another line break over here if I want. Okay? All right? So that's all we wanted to cover here. Let's do a quick review. You know that you have the start tag for the HTML, start tag for the body, end tag for the body, end tag for the HTML. And you're going to do this, you're going to type this in this lesson, but for most of the next lessons, it'll already be there. The HTML body tags will already be there because that's the practice you want to get in the habit of. You don't need to type that every time. You can start and have that stuff already typed in. Then what I want you to do is I want you to create a paragraph tag that shows up like this, and then I want you to type a line of text where you enter in a BR and create a line break. Okay, and that is your assignment. Let's go over here. I'm going to show how I did it, and then I'm going to also show you, this is the sample code, all right, and you can show what that looks like. And if you can make your assignment look like that, then you will go over and click final and be done. All right, so now what you want to do is click begin, try it yourself, so that you can start going through this step by step.